Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nerd Jams, where apparently I've been filming everything wrong and too close. But
just this last one.
Jadon.
I'm Shannon.
And today we're going to be reviewing Arrow Season 5, Episode 21, Honor Thy Fathers.
Yes, we are.
Going to it?
Yep.
Alright, so this episode we had a lot of, it was very centered around Robert Queen. Thea was back, although I don't care. So the episode starts out with Adrian. I don't know how he got this into the office, because that's something that people, security would check before.
Well, how did it get all the way up there?
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like,
because I understand it being delivered to a suspicious package being delivered to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I work security, so you're not supposed to let anything go up if it's suspicious.
Especially a giant. It's a giant crate
tomb
of cement. There's no way anyone's taking that upstairs.
Yeah, so it was a little odd that it was all the way up, and even if it's one floor up or just down the hall into a room, it's a little odd.
I also don't care if you're the mayor. If someone is telling, like, if you are a SWAT member of SWAT, and the mayor comes in and says, "Oh, it's fine," no, you tackle him and you cuff him and you drag him out. And then you inspect the big crate. You do not let the mayor open the thing with a crowbar.
However, I thought it was funny that he's like, "I can't let you do that." Well, then you quit your job or something like that. Turn it, or then you're fired. He said that to him. I thought it was funny because it was very Oliver.
Yeah.
But because Oliver knew who it was, he used his real name, Simon, whatever.
Yeah.
But
again,
Chase is effing insane.
He's so awesome.
What is his play? And I'm gonna jump around because the end scene is so stupid.
No, I love that.
When he talks him down, that's such a Supergirl thing, and he lays his sword down, and I didn't even think for a second that this was all part of his plan until I saw the stupid previews.
Neither did I, but I was like, but then I accepted it enough that I was willing to go along with it.
I wasn't.
Because I was hoping that there was a plan, but I wasn't convinced that there was.
Yeah. Well, him laying his sword down and giving up because Oliver points out that his father gave up on him, I didn't like. However, Oliver using that tactic to distract him and to make him go absolutely batshit crazy makes sense. And that's the tactic I thought that Oliver was using. It's like, "Oh, I'm going to get you to come unhinged because this is all about revenge for your father who wanted nothing to do with you because you're a crazy mother effer." Yeah. So, and he played it that way. Chase / Josh Segarra played it that way. I can't speak. So it was just very weird to me. And I did not like it. I didn't like this episode in general. I was very out of this episode until the last few minutes. The fight scenes were very weird. I
like the stairwell one with Prometheus and Arrow. Yeah. I thought it was...
Who's the other guy? Who's Samson? Great. Remind me?
So I think that's the WWE wrestler, Star or something. I keep wanting to say his name is Star Eyes or something, or Stargaze. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But I'll look it up real quick. But yeah, I think he's from WWE. He's the guy who is kind of invincible, not entirely, but he doesn't feel pain or anything like that.
But he was in a previous episode, right?
Yeah.
This season or last season?
This season, I think episode 2 or something.
Okay. Because I just couldn't remember what he was from.
Stardust?
Stardust? No.
Is that his name?
No.
Yeah, Stardust.
That's him?
Cody Reynolds.
Oh. That's not the Stardust I remember.
That's not the Stardust?
No. Well, we don't have to keep talking about the Stardust I remember is this big old heavy set guy.
Oh.
From WWF days.
That's just a stupid name.
And WCW days. Anyways. Not that I used to watch wrestling.
Anyways, everything with Josh Segarra. He has done absolutely no wrong this season. And I hope they don't kill him. I really hope and pray they do not kill him. I hope that Lian Yu episode, they put him in the prison where Deathstroke is.
Before when we were setting up and everything, I looked up the title to this episode, and I noticed that the finale is titled Lian Yu. So that's what he's referring to.
Yeah. So I really hope that they do not kill him. I would be happy if they ended Arrow next season. Like, they bring back Slade as the main villain. He's working with Prometheus a bit. Maybe he kills Prometheus next season, like halfway through, and then we just end this series there. I would be fine with that.
Yeah,
they probably won't though.
No, they probably won't. No, it's making them money. But Josh Segarra, we have talked endlessly about him, and we will continue to because he is phenomenal. And in the scene, although I didn't really get it and didn't really like it, the end scene when he's got the sword to Oliver and then he's talking and you see him start to waver, his facial expressions, everything, like where he would go, it just amazing. I can't even put it into words. He's just phenomenal.
Yeah, and I'm always surprised by how big he is. Like, when he puts on this suit, he is huge. Like, his shoulders are massive. Same thing with his legs. I notice those kind of things. Like, I'm really into working out and stuff like that. Like, it's something...
Well, when he's in the tailored suits and stuff, they're elongated and it slims him down.
Yeah, you can kind of tell, like, the way he walks, he's kind of big, but... Yeah, he's... big dude. Let's see. I thought we were gonna see Talia this episode because she's in the opening flashback or whatever.
Yeah, and I thought so. Here's how I watched the opening credits, and it was Thea's in the recap. That's Willa Holland's back, and then I was like, wait, is Roy back? He's not back.
Roy didn't even cross my mind until they brought him up.
Well, they brought him up. See, I wasn't mentioned. We've heard rumors that Colton Haynes is returning, and then also I've said it before. Maybe Thea went off to find Roy. That's where she's been gone. No, she said. But this was me watching the credits. Watching it as Thea. I was like, oh, Thea. Ooh, maybe Roy's back. Dolph. And I'm watching the credits. I was like, oh, Colton Haynes isn't in the credits. Dang it.
Yeah, because like they said. So did you go see? He asked her, were you with Roy this whole time, or she's like, no. She's like, no, I couldn't let him see that part of me. Or something, or just let him see me in this condition.
So maybe that's why I thought she just looked high the whole episode. That she was trying to play it as she's very distraught or something. We've said before we don't know why Willa Holland hasn't been in this episode, or because it just makes it weird though. Whether you like her character or not, the big absence is weird. Yeah. The fact that she doesn't come back when Arrow is missing and being tortured. Yeah. But she comes back anyways. They knew that Chase was Prometheus then, so it made no sense that she said, as soon as I knew Chase was Prometheus, I came back. Yeah. I Googled it, and the only thing, I didn't do too deep of research, the only thing I found is like, Guggenheim explains the disappearance of Thea. No, he doesn't. All he says is that she's contracted for 14 of 23 episodes, and so that's why she's gone for those. Doesn't say why, if it was the actor's choice or the money or what it was. Anyways. So that's why she's not in the full season, and that's why it's weird.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I just don't care. Like, she showed up again, and it's like, I don't care what you have to contribute to this episode. And I don't understand why Guggenheim is so attached to her character either, because he said, like we said before, she is one character that he said, I will never kill off. And it's like, you mean one of the least exciting and least important characters on the show?
Yeah. I mean, once Ragman was gone, you at least could have brought her back to the team. Yeah. You know, she suited up to fight in the crossover, but then she's not... Anyways, we're not going to keep going on that. That's how I felt about it. Let's talk about how Diggle and Oliver go right into a stupid trap that everybody knew was a trap.
I was just wondering, the whole time I was wondering, because I don't think they're on the ground floor, right? I think they're up in a building somewhere.
Probably.
I was just wondering the whole time, how is he getting cement poured in there? Like, where's that coming from? Mm-hmm.
How does he do half the stuff he does? He just set it up that way. Yeah. He is Chase.
Well, I guess the way I fix it in my head is just that, Talia's with him. Her resources are endless. She has ninjas.
That's true. So. Could be Talia. I did like Dinah in this episode. We got to see her as a cop. Yeah. And I love how she's like, well, I guess some evidence could go missing.
I hated that line.
It's so...
it's so stupid.
Really?
It's like, no evidence can go missing in like one of the most high-profile cases in the entire city.
Yeah, you're trying to...
history. There's no way anyone is letting any evidence go. So, and I didn't like that she used a gun when she was fighting. For some reason, that was weird. Because she did use a gun.
Like a rubber bullet gun?
Not an actual gun.
Well, she's a cop.
Well, no, but not as Black Canary. She doesn't use a gun. Mm. I thought that was just really weird. Yeah. What did you think about the whole Renee and Zoe, his daughter thing.
I told you I think it's stupid in general. And so maybe they answered my whole thing of, why would you bring a kid into it? They're not going to. They're going to make him... Now he's the one with the darkness that has to be fought. Because he hates himself and doesn't think he's good enough. And
anytime that anyone says darkness in a show, besides Dexter, it sounds so stupid.
Well, they didn't say darkness. I'm just saying...
I know, but anytime I hear
it's
that...
like they have to have... It's like each season they have to build a character or rebuild a character, or... And so they're setting this up to be Renee's character arc next season.
I don't like it.
And Willa's character arc has been all over the place.
Nothing. I don't think.
Well, but I mean, it's you know, she was pretty awesome, and then she went dark when she was hanging out with Malcolm, and then came back to Team Arrow, but then they killed her, and so hers has just been.
I'm so sick of seeing her and her parent issues.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like most about this episode was that the whole disparaging Robert Queen as a person, because she acts like he's this terrible person, and they bring up the undertaking like, but they said they established early in the series that, you know, he wasn't really a part of the undertaking. Like he had no plans. Like he wasn't part of the plan. He didn't want to go through with the plan to destroy the Glades or whatever.
But then why does he talk about how he helped Malcolm do it?
I'd have to go back and watch the season, but I'm pretty sure, like, because I remember a scene in the Malcolm Central episode near the end of the season where it flashes back and goes through those conversations where he was totally against Malcolm doing it, and that's when Malcolm decided that he needed to die.
Right. Well, just because he changed his mind doesn't mean that he didn't do it. He still set it in motion. He just changed his mind. But they're painting them to be...
I think these really terrible people.
Yeah.
Which are, at least along the lines of Moira, can be very, very true. But still, she's a very good person. She's always had, like, she was coerced into doing the undertaking by Merlin and stuff. So she has always had a good, like, heart at the core, a good core. But
how did these files from Oliver's dad survive?
I don't know.
And how about him not giving Thea this file all along?
What a dick.
It's horrible. Like, horrible.
And I love how they called it out, though. Like, that's a typical Oliver Queen thinking. Like, when he said, well, I didn't want to burden her with the truth. Or whatever. And that's what Felicity's answer was. That's very typical Oliver thinking. Yeah. I don't understand that.
Curtis had very few lines, but I actually did like the one where he defeats the bomb, and then he's like, that was terrific. I want to use that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just didn't really get this episode. Like, it just...
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
Where's William?
I have a hard time believing that...
Felicity can't find him?
Felicity can't find him. She's like, what'd she say? Like, what's her name
did a good job of hiding him.
Yeah, like...
Okay.
Bull!
I don't have a hard time believing that she can't find him. That what I have a hard time of believing is that it doesn't raise any flags. Because... your ex-girlfriend is not Felicity. She's not smart enough to hide him that well.
Yeah.
So it should have immediately raised red flags when she can't find him.
Yeah.
That was very weird to me. That was definitely just a way for the writers to extend that storyline to next week. Because next week's titled Missing.
Well, when they brought it up, like when Oliver said, look, finding William, I thought that they were just going to cut right to, oh, he knows that Chase has him.
Yep.
And we're just going to go from there. But no.
Nope, they had to make that last one more episode so that they have Chase in the holding cell.
Yeah.
What do you think of Oliver's speech to the city?
I thought it was good. Like, I'm glad at least that the whole world isn't against Robert Queen, or at least they didn't show it. But I thought it was a good speech of, like, you know, saying that my father wasn't a perfect person, and he was in a really crappy position, and he's human. You know what I mean? He made a mistake. But that, you know, his dying actions were redemptive.
Yes, to sacrifice himself for me to live.
Where did these videos come from, by the way?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't remember, because I was thinking maybe it was from season 4, and that was something I had missed. So I was hoping that you knew, but...
I don't know where these videos came from.
But it's obvious that they were just filmed this year because he looks a lot older than he did in the
you can't
first
look
season.
at that.
Well, at least dye his hair. Like he has silver hair now. Before
true.
when he had like brown and
That's
a
true.
little bit of silver.
But yeah, I don't remember Oliver having a video of his dad in general. It's just his dad explained to him and gave him the book.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
And that's what I
Again,
appreciate
we know
most.
I have a bad memory.
That's one of the things I appreciate most was he didn't have time to do. He didn't plan any of this.
And he just had the book of names.
I did like them going. Okay, so I do like them going back to the island, and him.
Anatoly's there.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Like, it's very cool that he set up the Deathstroke mask as a message, with the arrow through the eye, and then he shows it Anatoly his father's grave. What I do not like is that, at least so far, this might change because he gets kidnapped.
By Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, but I do not want them to do this whole island Oliver was a farce. Like this crazy guy that's found on an island is just an act. Because that's what it comes off as.
What do you mean?
Because like he says, like he gives him the beard and everything. Like in the backpack, he says, he says, oh, this is so you don't have to explain why you are shaven and stuff like that. Because there's no barber shop on an island.
Oh, see, I was not paying attention.
Yeah, they gives him he has like a backpack with a wig. I'm guessing they don't
so
show it.
so what they were alluding to is that they drop him back off and that he wasn't growing up.
Because he says, wait 2 days and then bribe some boatmen to come by the island and I'll have a signal fire going.
Oh.
But then he gets kidnapped, so I'm hoping this means that
he really has to have that happen.
Yeah, but like
okay.
If you look back at the first season and how like he's like this maniac on an island. He's like this person completely disconnected from life.
And it's not a fake beard.
Yeah.
Or I mean, maybe it is a fake beard, but it's not what Anatoly would give him. It's TV fake.
Yeah. But like he's so disconnected from everything, and so far I don't see that in this season, or like with the flashbacks they're showing.
Well, they're getting very close. Wait a minute. Yeah. So explain the Deathstroke mask to me.
That was kind of weird because I'm not sure if he had it with him because like they don't show where he finds it. Like
why does he have a mask?
Like they show him looking off screen a little bit, like he recognizes something in the rocks, and then he picks it up, and he's talking about why he's explaining why he has to come back to the island, and then Anatoly says something about the mask, and he's like, he was my friend, and he puts it on the pole and then puts the arrow through the eye, and then they walk off. Did you miss this whole scene?
No, I saw that, but I don't understand why.
I don't understand why they put it there, but...
But he didn't have the mask when they were on the island.
So...
Did he?
I'm trying to... So I had to listen to it like 3 times, but I can't remember if he says it washed up on what the chances it washed up on the shore or something like that.
But I'm saying Slade wasn't Deathstroke on the island.
Yeah, he was.
He was?
Yeah, because remember when they first meet him, he's wearing the mask. He's working for a fire.
That's right. Okay, my bad. It, like I said, it just takes me a little while. Okay, now that all makes sense to me now. Okay, because I was like, I remember seeing the mask, but I didn't remember why. Okay, we're good. My bad. My brain. Why does this all of a sudden say please don't bring back Olicity? Last week you said you were okay with it.
So they did the whole. Okay, so they came back. Like they did this whole thing at the beginning where he puts a hand on her shoulder and they smile.
See, you're seeing it now. And I told you.
Yes, but then I was just like, when I saw it, I was like, I thought I was okay with it. But then I saw that happen and I was like, nope, nope.
I told you it's there.
I'm not okay with it. But no, that was more. This was more blatant than anything else, though.
Well, because just last week they set it up, so we'll see if they're gonna go there.
Yeah, I mean, but before that last episode, it was just like, oh, I understand that they used to love each other, and so they still have that special relationship.
And that's what I told you. I think you're wrong. But we'll just have to wait and see. So there are 2 episodes left.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen? Because what the hell are they going to wrap up? So obviously William goes missing. They're going to find out William's missing. But also the team starts going missing. Oh, what do you think of Renee and the daughter thing? And him not showing up to court?
Not cool. I thought Quentin did a good job of establishing why he needs to be in his daughter's life. And I thought he understood it.
And then he's getting choked? Is that what's supposed to make him realize he shouldn't? Because in the way that the CW shows worked, him almost dying by being choked should have made him realize that he should be with his daughter.
Yeah, but it does the opposite. and he says he doesn't want her to be like, he doesn't want her to have to remember and go over all those old memories in court.
Of her mom and drug life and all that stuff. And
I do not like that at all. I'm hoping that it's because he didn't make it because he was kidnapped or something.
Yes, I don't get this story. I think that's what it's going to be. He's going to be the first one missing.
Okay,
and then that's why he didn't show up.
I hope that's the reason, because I really felt like he...
I mean, they're not going to be able to explain that to the judge.
Maybe they can.
Well, yeah.
Because everyone knows that Prometheus is a freaking psycho. So.
That's true. But yeah, 2 episodes left, and everybody's going to go missing, and Oliver's going to be beating the crap out of Chase in the cell. And
I didn't see the promo.
Oh, well, that's the promo.
My prediction for like beginning of the episode was wrong. I thought Deathstroke would show up.
Yeah.
At the end. He hasn't yet.
And we're going to get Dolph in the flashbacks, so we'll see where those go.
Yep.
And...
I need some Manu Bennett back.
Well, he's too busy, getting drunk and wrecking cars.
I thought he beat someone up.
I don't know what he did. He did some
I'm pretty sure he
in
beat
real
someone
life.
up.
But anything else?
That's it.
Alrighty. Thanks for watching, as always. I think we introduced ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Come talk to us.
Subscribe. Follow us on all of our various social media platforms. And tell your friends.
Yeah. About these crazy... argumentative friends over here. We really are friends, guys.
Yeah, it's just...
we still get along. Alright, thanks for watching.
We just have different opinions. See ya.